What's up, Sons Army? Darth Pascal here. So I've been moving and preparing to move for the last 2 weeks. My wife and I are getting settled in our new place, so starting next week, things will be back to normal. We have 3 fun videos in the works coming up, but today, I wanted to make a simple video on the Battlefront series as a whole and where I think it's headed. Now, this is not a Battlefront YouTube channel, and as you know, Sons Gaming mainly focuses on Apex and first-person shooters as a whole, but if you ask me what my favorite multiplayer games of this generation are, I would tell you Halo 5, Apex Legends, and EA's Battlefront 2. I absolutely love this game, which is something if you had asked me in this game's first year, I would have told you you were delusional. The game made an incredible comeback in terms of sales, player numbers, and of course, overall quality. But the game still had a lot of life, and the game had a lot to give to new fans and old fans alike. The game was growing, and EA was making money. EA had finally made a successful console games as a service experience, and fans weren't angry. No one felt lied to or cheated, but EA decided to scrap any additional Battlefront 2 content and instead go for putting all of their resources into the upcoming Battlefield 6. EA has the Star Wars license until 2023, so will we see another Battlefront in that time? The answer is most likely not. If we do, it won't be until the very tail end of the license deal. It is possible that a third entry could release in November of 2023, right before the license expires, but that feels unlikely. If EA produces 2 or 3 more games like Fallen Order or post-launch Battlefront 2, then it is possible that the Star Wars license could be extended. In no way do I want that, but it is possible. If the license is extended, then we will without a doubt get a third entry. Is Battlefront 2 at Call of Duty's level? No, and it never will be. Even without the disastrous launch, it would have been nigh impossible for Battlefront 2 to reach said heights. And sadly, that's what EA wants. They want it to be Call of Duty level. Could a third entry sell 20 million copies? Yes, and it probably would. But it won't dominate Twitch, it won't have an esports scene, but it can break into the top 10 most popular shooters, maybe even multiplayer games. A third game in the series may seem far-fetched, but with all the possibilities on new consoles, we can finally have working ground and space battles simultaneously. 3, possibly 4 eras of Star Wars depending on how and when the High Republic era is set up. It's sad to think and to even say this is probably the end of Star Wars multiplayer games, at least for a long time, especially when you think about what could have been. But about 10 years ago, I had this exact feeling, and love them or hate them, we did get 2 Star Wars multiplayer games from EA. Petitions are flying around and tons of YouTube videos have been made saying save Battlefront 2, but it won't happen. And I don't need Battlefront to be saved because the game finished in a great place. And I'll enjoy the game until the servers are inevitably dead. What I will say is I love this series. In fact, I love both Battlefront series. And I would hate to have to go another 10 years without an entry in the series. Do I want Battlefront 2 to be quote saved? No, I want Battlefront 3. But
don't hold your breath.